Hello friends, Muthu again. Today we are going to talk about why we are getting sick, why we become sad, or even how to prevent diseases like cancer, BP, sugar, and everything. I want to talk about macrocosm and microcosm first before I answer those questions. So if we take the macrocosm universe, right? So the Earth takes 365 days to circle the sun, right? And then if we come to human body, all the way to cells, and there will be atoms, and there will be nucleus, and then the electrons will take 365 days circle the nucleus, right? So from the macrocosm to microcosm, it's the same pattern. But when we talk about the earth, it never stops, right? If it stops, then no living organisms will be there in the earth. But how come there is if it is all the same pattern, like god patterns, how come we are getting sick? When I read quantum physics and mechanics, there is an experiment called double slit experiment, and what it explains is the electrons actually waiting for our direction to perform any actions, right? If we get temperature, and then what we say is we are sick, right? So what happens is the electrons are making us sick. That's because, I mean, if we take law of attraction, like outside world, we want power, we want money, whatever you ask for with certain vibrations, the universe is going to give us back. That's the law of attraction. Same thing, it works for our body too. If we say I'm sick, and some people will specifically say, if I get sick, I'll be sick for 7 days. So your body is actually listening to you. If law of attraction works outside, it also works inside. That's my point. So I mean, when earth has some problems, it raises its temperature, it heals itself, because we are all god particles. Similarly, even if we get any bacteria, our temperature goes high, and then it will start healing our human body, right? So for that, I don't think we should say sick or anything. So we can just say, our body is healing, I have temperature, I should be good tomorrow, things like that. So that if our electrons are listening to us, then we should make sure what we are telling to our human body, right? So that's one point. And then the next one is why we become sad. In the same note, when we see sports, when you play sports or whatever we do, we say that I'll be happy if I win the game, right? When you say that, you have to win the game to be happy, and if you're not winning, then you're sad, right? So likewise, whatever you do, I'll be happy only when I'm in this city. I'll be happy only I do this. When we keep saying that, your body is listening to you. What happens is, if you're not doing that, automatically your body is not happy, right? So I think the way we say things, we have to change a little bit. I'll be happy if I get this. I'll be even happy if I not get this. Things like that. Small changes, the way we take things or perceive things, it'll make a big difference, right? Those are all the things. And then the last thing I want to say is how to prevent diseases, right? So if you take my story, right, when I was 10 years old, I got allergy, itchiness and everything. So I got allergy, and then I went to a doctor, and they said I have food allergy. I should not eat peanuts, chicken, shrimp, and they gave like big list that I should not eat anything. So if I want to eat those things, I have to take medication. So I took the second chance that I don't want to miss eating shrimp, and those are my favorite food. So I thought, okay, let me take medication and start eating whatever I want to, right? When I was like in 30s, I was like, okay, so if quantum mechanics says that if our body is listening to us, then why should I take medications, right? So I stopped medication, right? And then I started meditating. Whenever I get the itchy feeling, I just sit and meditate, and then the allergy stopped completely. And then I stopped all the medications, hair fall, small nail problems, all those things, right? So after that, something interesting happened. When we stopped the medication, what I found out was, whenever I have a negative thoughts, that's when I get itchy, right? My body is trying to say something which I'm trying to suppress by taking the medication, right? So what happens is, it was telling for a while, and then if we keep taking medication, and then finally one day it's going to explode or stop, signaling you. That's when you get into cancers and everything. So first step is we should stop taking medication. And the next thing is we have to start listening our body. After I stopped taking medication, I started listening to my body. The shirt I wear, what I eat. Let's say I go into a home where there is negative emotions, like people are not happy, all those vibration I was able to easily find out that this is happening, like, because my body is sending signal to my brain, and if this works for you or not works for you, everything it is giving. And all these days I was like suppressing by taking medication. So my point is, of our body is listening to us. We have to be very very careful in what we are telling to our body. That's my first point. And the second point is, we have to start listening to your body. Stop taking medications and then start listening. It'll tell everything, right? More than the vibration and everything. There's if you clean your gut, if you listen to your heart, that's the most powerful thing in your human body. And it's going to give you more signals. It's called intuition, right? So people who are like very famous, like Steve Jobs, and everybody talked about the intuition. Like, if you listen to your intuition, that's the most powerful thing, right? So I think once we start listening to our body, we can actually perform better. That's my point. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Keep watching my video and provide your comments. See you in my next video. Bye.